Part 2 is Pulse related somehow to the Vegas shooting. Mateen works for G4 Security since 2007, which is contracted with the Homeland Security Department. Mateen was the Pulse shooter in Orlando. Mateen held 2 firearms licenses and 1 security license. His job was to transport and guard state prisoners. Mateen purchased the guns for the shooting of Pulse 1 week prior. Obama went golfing in Mateen's hometown of Port St. Lucie 6 days prior to the shooting. That is where Mateen's father, Sadiq Mateen, lives and has resided and flourished in Florida. His father, Sadiq Mateen, has visited the White House on several occasions and is personal friends with Barack Obama. And he ran for president of Afghanistan after the war, and he's known to be a fundamentalist Islamic. Obama is a member of the Muslim Brotherhood. So Mateen, during the shooting, makes a 911 call and he pledges his allegiance to the Islamic State. During the shooting, Mateen called 911 saying that the U.S. is killing millions of people in the Middle East. It needs to stop. They need to stop the U.S. airstrikes. They're killing children. The U.S. is collaborating with Russia to bomb Iraq. He says, Boston bomber did his thing, now it's my turn. He pledged his allegiance to Hezbollah prior to the shooting, but then during the shooting, he changes and pledges his allegiance to ISIS, which are opposing tribes, which are contradicting beliefs. Although he was a closet gay and frequented gay establishments, mainstream media had called it a hate crime initially. Then they changed their story and turned it into a terrorist attack. The victims tried to sue the police department for negligence for taking 3+ hours to save them. The Safety Act of 2002 protects corporations and its officials from terrorist attacks. So that's why they just keep calling everything a terrorist attack, whether it's a hate attack or what it is. So this is a little information from when the Pulse shooting happened. G4S uses fortified buses to transport hundreds of thousands of illegal immigrants from city to city and from cities to the U.S.-Mexican border. But earlier this month, Judicial Watch revealed G4S has been quietly moving and releasing van loads of illegal aliens away from the border to interior American cities. The immigrants were classified as OTMs, which means other than Mexican, and included mostly Central American illegals, but possibly also foreign border crossers from the Middle East and Pakistan. He continued to guard prisoners despite reports he openly praised ISIS in conversations with co-workers. And even though he had been under federal investigation for terrorism ties since at least 2013. Mateen was interviewed by the FBI in 2013 and in 2014 for possible terrorist connections, but he was found to be not a threat. So he guards court security officers. G4S provides guards, court security officers, baggage handlers in contracts worth hundreds of millions of dollars. So this G4S company, which is security, and I've seen them around, at the airport and such. Pretty scary bunch of guys, and they'll just do anything for money. So anyway, this is a quote from Trump. If we do not get tough and smart real fast, we are not going to have a country anymore. Because our leaders are weak, I said this was going to happen. And it is only going to get worse. I am trying to save lives and prevent the next terrorist attack. We can't afford to be politically correct anymore. The terrorist Omar Mir Sadiq Mateen is the son of an immigrant from Afghanistan who openly published his support for Afghanistan, Taliban, and even tried to run for president of Afghanistan. According to the Pew, 99% of people in Afghanistan support oppressive Sharia law. Radical Islam advocates hate for women, gays, Jews, Christians, and all Americans. I am going to be a president for all Americans, and I am going to protect and defend all Americans. We are going to make America safe again and great again for everyone. Sounds pretty good to me. But anyway, yeah, so that's where I was trying to connect it all. You know, it's tribalism. It's been going on for centuries, and, you know, they've been at war over there, you know, like the Hatfields and McCoys. You know, it's been going on forever and ever, and now they're kind of taking their anger away from each other and directing it towards Europe and us and Russia, and they're infiltrating, and the only reason Russia's doing better with infiltration of immigrants than anybody else is because they set a limit. You know, they have really strict standards and allowing people into their country. So, you know, Europe and the UK are already infiltrated. You know, talking to my CIA guy the other day, you know, talking about tribalism, that's what it was all about. You know, I believe all of it, you know, the 9/11, 9/11 attacks, you know, the Vegas shooting, you know, the Boston bombing, it's all related, you know, and it just goes back to tribalism in the Middle East. So anyway, that's my opinion on it, and, you know, all I can say is, again, you know, I feel really, really sorry for Americans and the public and those poor victims. You know, unfortunately, mainstream media and its officials keep lying to us, and so that's why we have to go and turn into investigators like me. I'm busy. I don't have time for all this, but I'm making time because, you know, I'm having trouble sleeping at night with all this stuff in my head. So I truly believe it, you know, terrorist attack, not one lone gunman in Vegas. Too big a deal, too many phone calls, too many 911 calls, you know, all to the contrary. You know, there's one in particular 911 call. Let me see if I can find it real quick without this running out. Because I have, look at all these notes on the 911 calls. So I'm going to make a video about that. But anyway, let's see if I can find it real quick. I think it's in this first section of 911 calls. Anyway, let's see. Yeah, so I don't know what else to say because I'm going to make some more videos. Where is it? Nope, can't find it right now, but there's one where girl calls 911 very upset because the media is lying to the public, and there was definitely more than one shooter. And so, yeah, I'm going to make a video about that. But anyway, and if anybody's got any questions or, you know, wants to know anything else about, especially the Orlando shooting, just contact me through YouTube, I guess. I don't know how this works. Alright, love you. Peace out. Just wanted to share that. Okay, bye.